It's an LMV thing.
Welcome to the second episode of Jazz Rendezvous with Rick Allen. I am your host for today. I'm telling you, the name is Jazz Rendezvous for a purpose. A lot of people ask me, why Jazz Rendezvous? Well, let me tell you why. Well, first of all, the name is synonymous with folks who like to travel, go out and have a good time. And I'm definitely one of those. I plan my vacations accordingly. I love getting out there. And if you're a jazz enthusiast like me, I tend to plan my vacations around my jazz festivals. And so that's exactly what I do. Jazz Rendezvous, the name Rendezvous, the definition is we can meet here, we can meet there, and we can meet anywhere. So I rendezvous from time to time at various different jazz festivals throughout the United States. So if you're like me, you wouldn't have a problem with getting out there and actually enjoying yourself and planning your vacation no matter where you decide to go. But I tell you, we are in a great place right now. The weather's beautiful out there. We did have some tumultuous periods where a lot of things got washed away, but I'm telling you, there's always sun at the end of all of this. Okay, so I just want to, first of all, before I go any further, give out some shout outs to Gilliam Dentistry, LMB, which is Lemoore Studios, and then, of course, Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival that so graciously hosted us for the entire weekend. I'm telling you, I had a great time. My crew and I, we got there actually about 5, I think, p.m. in the afternoon, and we were very surprised. If you've never been to the Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival, I highly recommend it because the Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival, first and foremost, is free. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, they do ask for a small donation at the door, or a large donation would be even better. But nevertheless, there are a lot of things going on there that I'm telling you, folks are beginning to come in droves. And I mean, if you don't come and see what Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival has to offer, you're truly missing it. They have everything you can absolutely imagine. The staging was perfect. The sound was perfect. The vendors everywhere, all that you can see. I had a really good time there, I must say. So I'm going to give you a little quick update as to actually what happened when we went there, my crew and I, Jazz Rendezvous. When we got there at 5 o'clock, the first thing we did was we checked in at the hotel and got our rooms and everything. And then we had to look for a location to actually do our recordings and do our interviews with some of the artists. And I'm gonna tell you something, it came as a shock that I don't know how we pulled it off, but we ended up on the top floor, the penthouse. And let me tell you how that happened. While we were actually looking around, we found a nice spot. The manager approached us. I told him what I was looking for. Next thing you know, he says, I got a better place for you. And needless to say, he actually gave us the top floor. That the view was stunning. We could see the entire coastline of Myrtle Beach from all different directions. It was absolutely beautiful. And if you do ever decide to go to the Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival, check in at the Sheraton Hotel. That place is absolutely phenomenal. And then we did the show. We were able to meet up with a couple of artists, especially Lori Williams and Marcus Adams. We had a great time with them. Needless to say, that morning we actually met up with them in the cafe, and it was great because they were there. We just happened to run into them. They invited us to sit down. We sat down and talked, and that's where we got Lori Williams involved, a great vocalist. She sat down and we began to talk, and next thing you know, we were doing an interview with her, which you will have a chance to see later on next month. So wait a minute, I'm being corrected. They're telling me you might get a little glimpse of that today. So keep it right here. Just keep it right here. You're gonna love it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're here with another Jazz Rendezvous at the Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival today. And I'm telling you, it's a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day.
Yes, it is.
Man, oh my goodness, you wouldn't believe what I have in store for you today. I'm telling you, this is a pleasant treat. I am excited about today because we have a wonderful individual here, a wonderful vocalist who came highly recommended by all those who do what they do best, all the musicians. She seems to be well loved by everybody, so I want to make sure that I introduce you all to Lori.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lori Williams, today is your day.
Today is the day.
Welcome to the Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival.
Thank you so much.
Is this your first time?
Yes, it's the first time at the festival, not in Myrtle Beach, but the first time at the festival.
Well, you know what? We are excited to have the opportunity to see you. I understand that your CD's doing well.
I have several, and they're doing pretty well. I'm excited.
Wow, that's incredible. I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us, and thank you for gracing us with your presence, of course. One thing I want to ask you before we get started is, first of all, how are you really doing today?
In light of life? Or
yes, in general.
In general, I would say I'm blessed.
Good.
That's a good thing, and every day that we wake up, I believe that God presents new mercies, and so it's a new day. I'm grateful.
Good. And the name of your new CD is?
I have several new CDs.
Okay.
I have Eclipse of the Soul, and I have Healing Within.
Okay.
And they were remastered CDs from my first and my third CD.
Okay, so I have to assume that the CDs that you have out right now are collabos.
No.
They're not.
They're independent projects.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, how did that happen?
How did it happen? It's God. God is so good. It's being an independent artist is what I do.
Right.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 30 plus years.
And I understand that you're also in Europe.
I am, and I actually recorded there this summer too.
Wow.
Yes, I have a CD that's scheduled to be released next year.
So what brought you to Europe? How did you?
Oh, it's really interesting. So there's a gentleman by the name of Bernhard Wiesinger in Austria. He found my videos on YouTube. Then asked me if I would come. He knew that I was a music teacher. He said they never wanted me to come over and do some workshops. This was like 12 years ago. Because I've been going back every year.
And you've been climbing ever since.
Right.
Wow. From YouTube to Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival today.
From YouTube to Europe to Myrtle Beach. I was just at the Gulf Coast last night. And then tomorrow I'm scheduled to be at Rehoboth.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was the inspiration behind all of this that's culminating?
As far as the jazz?
Yeah, to who you are today.
Well, I studied at Hampton University, and I got introduced to jazz by two incredible professors, Dr. F. Gardner and Bob Ransom, that they introduced me to jazz, and then I was on the radio. So I actually have a radio show now. It's the Collector's Choice with Lori Williams on Jazz Radio, WETF.org. So I bring a lot of what I learned at Hampton University to my experience there. So I was really introduced to some beautiful people when I was at Hampton, and I've been doing it for 30 plus years.
Well, let me ask you another question. You're at Myrtle Beach tonight.
Yes.
What time does your show start?
6:30.
Wow. You ready?
As ready as I'm going to be. I have some really great people joining me, including Marcus Adams, who's going to sit in. So that's going to be a treat.
Oh, Marcus Adams, we all know who he is. He was the last interview that we had. I'm telling you, the guy's pretty awesome. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Because everybody wants Marcus Adams.
Everybody. He was just on last night as well with Nathan. So,
that's right. That's right. So I'm telling you, and they put on a good show.
And Jacob.
Yep, that's right. I have no doubt your show is going to be just as good.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, first of all, can I ask you, when did you know that you were going to be doing what you're doing today?
When did I know?
Yeah.
It's interesting because when I was little, I've always wanted to sing.
Okay.
And my parents, God rest their soul, they didn't think that music was going to be the trajectory of my life. They thought it would be something maybe in government or in education. And I've had a chance to do both. But music has always brought me back.
Sure.
And I've always wanted to do it. So this is my passion. This is my ministry. So I think it's been a lifelong journey.
You said ministry,
Yes.
keyword.
Yes, sir.
Near and dear, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. If I didn't do this, I don't know really about it.
Okay. And so, do you play any
I
instruments?
do. I play piano. I directed a high school choir for 30 years, 27. I was,
Wow.
and so of course, being a music teacher, you have to have functional skills. So I call
Yes,
myself
absolutely.
a functional pianist. I'm not anywhere near the others who are extraordinary pianists, but
Yeah.
I do enough to get by and write music.
Well, tell me about you, man.
My mom and my dad, believers, and Deaconess Robert Williams, they passed on. My dad worked in the government. My mom was a retired teacher.
Wow.
And I have siblings who are educators. My sister's Vanessa Williams and sings with Richard Smallwood.
Wow.
My daughter, I have 2 children, Lava High and Yusef Khalil. And Lava High is a neo-soul artist, and she's doing great things. She just had a sold-out show at the High in Atlanta last night.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm blessed. I have
Okay,
a great family around me.
Oh my goodness. You got to tell us what's next. Where are you going from here?
From here, it's Europe. So I'm
You going back to Europe?
Of course, yeah.
Is that home?
I hope so. It feels like it's a second home. I'm originally from Washington, D.C. I have roots in Louisiana, and I'm in Atlanta. But when I go to Europe, it's a different experience altogether. I love being over there.
When you say Europe, what part of Europe?
Mainly Austrian.
Straight.
Have you been?
Never, but
You gotta go.
Well, you know what? I heard that they're good.
Okay, so I'm there for the music and for the food and for the wine. Yeah, that's it. So you get me there when it's, come on, man, I'm good.
All right, that's
They
good.
love our culture and our music, and there's some giants over there in jazz, particularly. And so when I go there, I perform straight ahead, and the recording that's coming out, I don't know the title just yet, but I'm looking forward. It's a 2025 release.
Do you have any songs related to the new release that is really pulling at your heartstrings?
Oh.
Something that's really impacting you right now, or are they all pretty strong?
They're all incredible. No.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I can't wait to
I
hear
can't
this.
wait. It's a different type of the music that I do in the States, particularly is more like contemporary jazz.
Okay.
But when I'm overseas, it's more traditional jazz. So that's when scatting and it's more a la Ella or
Right. I got it. I get it.
Yeah.
So when can we anticipate this?
September 2025 is the anticipated release.
Okay, good. Good for you. Well, I want to thank you again. I appreciate you
Thank you.
gracing us with your presence.
So nice
and
to meet you
beauty.
too. Thank you.
Thank you. We can't wait to see you tonight.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
telling
excited.
you, I'm getting ready. Let's pack up. Let's go now. Let's go
It's
right
a
now.
little windy, but
Yeah.
we're looking forward
Well,
to heating up the stage.
Gotta protect that
I got my
voice.
scarf. It's already ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're good to go
Yeah.
then.
Do so.
Lori, the pleasure is all mine.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Everybody's not singing it. Come on now.
Clap your hands when it comes, you can keep the beat. Oh yeah.
I'm going to tell you the next thing we did was we ended up going back to Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival where we saw Marcus Adams on stage live. And I'm telling you, that guy is absolutely phenomenal. For those of you who have never seen him perform before, I'm telling you, the man is absolutely a virtuosis type of person on that saxophone. For those of you who did miss him while he was here in Jacksonville, North Carolina, I'm telling you, I learned so much about him. My first podcast was with Mr. Adams, and I'm telling you, I'm loving it because he was such a pleasant guy to sit down. And a lot of times you get these situations where you're dealing with an artist and you're thinking whether they're going to be easy to work with or hard to work with. I'm telling you, Marcus Adams was really very easy to work with, down to earth, learned a lot about the music business just listening to him. I could not believe his second job actually came as a surprise to me. I had no idea that he was actually a school teacher. So he's actually a school teacher. Yes, that's right. You heard me. He's a school teacher. So the man he's very intelligent gentleman. I'm telling you, sometimes it's a pleasant surprise to meet these artists because you hear all these stories about how they are and how they could be, but believe me, nothing could be further than the truth than to sit down and talk to someone like him who is genuinely a good person. And I'm telling you, I was just so grateful to have that opportunity. Once again, shout out to you, Marcus Adams. I want to thank you again for giving Jazz Rendezvous a great opportunity to interview you and do what we like to do and what we're doing now, which is getting acclimated with podcasting and everything. So this is new to us, and so we're gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off. Our next artist that we spoke to while we were in Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival was Lori Williams. Beautiful sister, very beautiful, very down to earth, highly educated as well. Her show was absolutely a stunner. Next, we had Marcus Anderson. We had several artists there that were just phenomenal. You guys got to take the time to come to Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival 2025. I'm telling you, it just doesn't get any better than that. I mean, with the vendors and everything. Oh, I really want to tell you what I've learned, but they told me not to tell nobody, and I'm just, I got to tell you. I just got to tell you anyway, but should I? Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till they release that information, but you got to be there next year. You have to be there next year. You're not going to believe what you're going to see. So, without giving up any information, I'm sorry. I'm just going to go on ahead and just continue giving you the updates as I go along from festival to festival. But that Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival, I can't stop talking about it. It's a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, so if you ever decide that you want to go, just make sure that you take the time to plan well and know that you're going to spend a great 3 days. Nathan Mitchell was also there performing, and Nathan was really very good. Now, you all know that Nathan has been to Jacksonville on several occasions. The man is Grammy nominated. He's definitely in the game to stay. I believe that Nathan will win a Grammy really soon. I mean, his music is absolutely phenomenal. I love everything that he does and he puts out. A very strong entertainer. But I'm going to tell you that Lori Williams interview that we did, getting back to her, was absolutely phenomenal. So hopefully you'll get a quick little glimpse of her throughout this segment here. Our next rendezvous is going to be at the Legacy Jazz Festival in Hampton, Virginia, which is coming up here at the end of next month. So I want you guys to keep in mind that that's just right up the way. It's going up north. It's 4 hours away. Their lineup is absolutely stellar as well. You can't go wrong with them because, I really like what they do with the Legacy Jazz Festival. Now, that particular event is not like the Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival, where the Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival actually happens outside. Okay, the Hampton Legacy is actually an indoor event, and that's also packed, action packed with some of the best jazz artists in the world. So if you ever get an opportunity to get out there, I would recommend that you take the time to get out there and experience the Hampton, Virginia Legacy Jazz Festival. You cannot go wrong. It is something that you don't want to miss. I am looking forward to it, as a matter of fact, because I'm going there and I will be doing lives and things like that just to let you guys know what's going on. And if you were there, if you were following me, you see that I do a lot of lives. I love doing lives. I post them on Facebook and things of that nature on all social media platforms, actually. So just remember, if you know that Jazz Rendezvous is going to be here, there, everywhere, in this particular case, Hampton, you better keep your ears and your eyes on Facebook because Rick will be doing some lives. I got you. Don't worry about it. If you can't make it, I got you. Just keep it locked right on me, okay? Let's see, what do we have? Next is we're looking at doing some more things here in Jacksonville as well. I'm telling you, we've got so much going on right now. It's amazing. It's amazing to be in this situation and in this position to where we can begin to bring some really strong talent to the Jacksonville area. I'm just so excited that we're able to do what we do. You know that Jazz Rendezvous has been in Jacksonville for over 15 years, and we've been going strong, and we've been bringing the best of the best. So that's not going to stop. However, our production is going to grow. So we're going to be doing more things along the way that we have not been doing. We are cooperating with other entities and other businesses along the way who want to go on ahead and do what they do. If they want us to put them out there, we want to do that too. I do want to give an invitation to those businesses out there that are looking to come on board here and get some advertisement or whatever that you're trying to do. Just to know that Jazz Rendezvous is here for you. We believe in making sure that our businesses are getting a hand up along the way as we're doing this production, and we want to make sure that everybody is treated fair and equally, and we're starting everything on even playing field. So if you're very interested in getting on our podcast, please don't hesitate to give us a call at 760-712-9957. Just remember, we're here for you. Once again, 760-712-9957. Once again, the Legacy Jazz Festival in Hampton, Virginia is something that we know that you're going to truly enjoy. So be prepared and get ready. 2025 is going to be a phenomenal year. We have a scheduled tour that we're going to be following all the way from South Carolina, which is Myrtle Beach, and then Richmond, Columbia, South Carolina, and then we're going down to Jacksonville, Florida, not Jacksonville, North Carolina, but Jacksonville, Florida. And then from there, we're going to hit up Houston. We're going to do the Arizona Jazz Festival. Just remember, folks, there are a lot of jazz festivals out there. And I cannot say this enough. If you ever want to get out there and enjoy yourself, just remember, plan your vacation wisely, get out there and enjoy, and know that a lot of these artists do appreciate you patroning them, coming to the concerts, and they need to be able to get their merchandise out there, their CDs out there. They will not disappoint. That's a promise, and neither will we. If you have any questions, just give us a call. Like I said, we're out there for you. So if you've heard of any of these artists and you've had an opportunity to see them, give me a thumbs up. Let me know. As a matter of fact, you can subscribe to us. We would love for you to just subscribe. I mean, without that, we're not doing our job. We need to know that we're doing our job. If we're bringing you the information you need, or there's additional information you need, just do whatever you got to do to get in touch with us. We got Facebook, you got Instagram. We're on all social medias. You name it. YouTube, we're there. So just make sure that you let us know what we've got to do to get you the information you need. We also have a rendezvous package that we're putting together, which is going to incorporate travel and hotel accommodations, things of that nature, so that we can all enjoy that VIP access to the various different festivals that are out there. We are vastly becoming well known, and that is only because we've had the opportunity to really deal with a lot of artists on a personal level, because we're not only a podcast, but we also do concerts ourselves in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And we're very proud of that. And we want to keep that going as part of our legacy to the city of Jacksonville and bringing culture here. I do want to say that, with that being said, we will also be in California, which is going to be really, really nice. Really, really nice situation. Is in the San Diego area, and then we have the Catalina Island. We have a lot of places in California that those people out there are fanatical when it comes to jazz. They love their jazz out there. Now, the one place I do want to go to is the Catalina Jazz Fest. The reason being is because the Catalina Jazz Festival is probably the one signature event in California that really, really vibes with everybody. I've seen the Catalina Island Jazz Fest on TV, on social media, but I've never really been there. So that's kind of like a bucket list thing for me, something that I must do. And another thing is, I get to see a lot of my old friends. A lot of my old friends are like Art Good, who actually is the man in the Catalina Jazz Festival. I used to work for him many years ago at the 98.1 Smooth Jazz station in La Jolla, California, where I used to be his in-studio producer, and now he's gone to do bigger and better things. And then, of course, there's Kelly Cole out there. There's just a plethora of people that I've had the opportunity to work with that are doing very well out there in California. And I just want to get out there and just rekindle, just catch up. Because I tell you, when you go out there and you start traveling around these jazz festivals, what you find out is that you begin to meet people, and then those people that you meet, you will see the following year, and your relationship becomes more hardened, and therefore, at the end of the day, they become like family. And so that's what happens now, to us. When I get out there, I see people all the time that recognize me. And then next thing you know, we're talking. And before you know it, we're eating dinner and we're having fun. And it's just a great place to be. You can never meet a finer group of people than you can at jazz festivals. And I tell you, and the thing that I like about jazz festivals, and I don't know if you feel the same way, but let me know if you feel any different than I do. But if you've noticed that a lot of the jazz festivals now are they're starting to add R&B acts. How do you feel about that? Give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you're a jazz enthusiast now, how do you feel about R&B acts being incorporated in these jazz festivals? I think it is probably just as good as anything else, if not better, because it kind of breaks the monotony. Not that jazz is monotonous, but because sometimes we just want to get a little shot of feel good in our arms with old school and things of that nature. And so we think I think it's a good thing. But if you feel any different, let me know. I want to know what you think. Please do not hesitate. Once again, I think that we have a lot to explore as we get out there and we begin to do what we need to do when it comes to making sure that you get all the information you need and actually you get to participate on social media by following us, and we provide the updated material you need to plan your vacations around jazz festivals. Don't forget the Catalina Jazz Fest is coming up. Google it up, and I'm telling you, you are not going to find a better place to go to hang out. Now, don't forget that Catalina Island is actually an island, so you got to catch a ferry boat out there. And everything is like it's like going through a time portal or a capsule because nothing has changed out there in 40, 50 years. So the hotels are the same. There's no 5-star hotels out there. So a lot of people, they tend to go to the shows, get back in the boat, come back to the mainland, go to their hotels and do it like that. But me, I don't care. I'm going to enjoy one way or another. I'm going to have a good time. And hopefully you will too. Welcome back. Thank you very much for following us this time. Don't forget to follow, share, and subscribe. Keep us in business. We need you. We can't wait to see you again. Until then, remember, this is Jazz Rendezvous with Rick Allen. I'm out. Talk to you later.